Fifth and Goal with Jax Sanford, interviewing all of the area high school coaches on last week's game and their upcoming opponent. Let's go live now to Mystic Grill at Mystic Creek Golf Club. Here's your host, Jax Sanford.
And welcome back to Fifth and Goal, hosted here live at the Mystic Creek. My name is Jax Sanford. I'm sitting here with Coach Jason Porter for the Strong Bulldogs. Coach, let's go ahead and hop into it. You guys got a pretty good win back on Friday, a big win to end the regular season for you guys. You took a victory 14-6 over Brinkley on the road. So you were at Brinkley when you won this game. And holding an opponent to under 10 points is always a plus. And when you do it, didn't you do it last week too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so doing it 2 weeks in a row, that's always something that you're really proud of your guys for and proud of your coaching staff. And now this was a low-scoring game. I believe it was, 6-6, 7-7 at half?
6-0 at half. We were up 6-0.
Oh, that's right, 6-0 at half.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And so why was this a lower-scoring game?
Both defenses are really fast. First of all, they're typically every time we've played Brinkley, they've had a really good defense. They're usually really fast. They blitz a lot, and we had a few. I mean, honestly, we had a few mistakes, some penalties that kind of killed a ton of our drives. We got inside in their 30 probably 4 times in the first half, and we just got a few penalties that kind of pushed us back. Luckily, our defense showed up and executed like we needed to.
Okay, that's good. And so, what did the depth chart look like going into this game?
Yeah, we were actually without our top running back, Jay Taylor, which was a big deal.
Right.
And then he's probably our best defender too. We actually play him on the defensive line, and he's really good at just kind of getting through, causing a lot of chaos. But carrying the ball, we have a kind of a two-headed monster with Devin Boone and Jay Taylor, and without him there, they could really focus on Boone. So he'll be back for the playoffs for sure. But he's our senior leader, and he didn't travel with us. He had a groin issue, and it was just better to have him at home, getting that taken care of. So
that's good. You've got a bye week basically with the 8-man seeding and a couple teams still needing to play a game this week, and so the first playoff game for you guys isn't going to be until November 14th when the playoffs start just around the state.
That's right.
And so, what are you guys looking into specifically just during this bye week? What are you guys focusing on?
We've had this the last 3 years. At the end, the team that's been in our conference every year that hasn't really finished the season, Kip Delta, they've started and they haven't finished. They've been our last game of the year the last 3 years, so we're pretty used to this. We're going to just focus on staying in shape, getting everybody really healthy, and the last 2 years we've put in probably 5 to 10 like new plays that that we haven't ran at all, and just kind of wait on the time to pop those. So we'll stay in shape and just work on a few things and go with it.
Are you going to go any contact practices?
No, and in general we don't do that at all. We haven't done that. Typically, we'll do some, but our guys know to stay off each other's legs.
Right.
They really do, because an 8-man game, if you're going to do that kind of practice, you're just asking for people to get hurt. So typically, we don't do a lot of contact. Our linemen will butt up, but we don't hit the quarterback, running back, receivers at all. No.
Okay. And what does this team need in order to make a deep playoff run?
We need to fix a lot. The silly penalties were, and a good example, we'll go on 2 quite a bit. At the end of the game the other night, we had a couple times when we had it called and we jumped. And mainly mental focus. I feel like the defense has really picked up since that Woodlawn game, and offensively, if we can just kind of limit the turnovers and limit the penalties, we'll be fine.
Okay. And then why? Not why. Sorry. What are your guys feeling like after the season, after the regular season they've had? What's morale like?
I mean, after the game the other night, they knew that was playing for second place and getting on the opposite side of Woodlawn, which is right now they're ahead of us. And the state playoffs are set up. We're on the bottom, they're on the top, and that's kind of what we wanted to get to. If we were third in our conference, we'd end up being on that same side, and if we win our first game, we'd play in the semifinals. So they knew we were playing for a lot, and there was a lot of emotion the other night. We drove 3.5 hours, and it was a tight game the entire game, and it was like a perfect game to go into the playoffs because you did everything you could do, and came out on ahead. And they had to fight. This bunch of guys hasn't really had to fight for much. Come the last couple of years, we've been really successful. Had that one blowout, we got beat by Woodlawn, but we had some people hurt. But I feel really good about where we're headed after that game the other night.
Okay, and so we'll take just a quick break here in a second and just talk more about what the playoffs might look like for you guys here after this at southarkansasnow.com.
More product than ever in the store history. That's what's happening at Union Kennel and Farm Supply. A huge sale is going on right now, including 50-pound bags of deer corn, only $6.50 per bag. 50-pound bags of rice bran, marked $1 off. No one, absolutely no one, has a better selection of small animals, birds, reptiles, saltwater and freshwater fish than Union Kennel and Farm Supply. 1100 West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Or call 870-864-9229.
You're tough, determined to take challenges head on. But when cancer strikes, you'll need more than strength. You'll need the right care. We provide the tools you need to fight. Carti. We're with you.
For longer than most of us can remember, Timber Lane Meat Market has been a staple of our community, where quality meats and friendly faces come standard. From everyday dinners to weekend cookouts, make it fresh, make it local, make it Timber Lane. Be sure to check out the daily lunch specials and like us on Facebook. Timber Lane Meat Market, 1336 West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Proud to be part of South Arkansas, and even more proud to be displayed on your table.
And welcome back to Fifth and Goal. My name is Jax Sanford. I'm sitting here with Coach Jason Porter, head coach for the Strong Bulldogs. And before we hop back into it, I just want to say a huge shout out and thank you to Mystic Creek. We are here live at the Mystic Grill, where you can get some of the best food in South Arkansas while doing so with a view. We have a little bit of a different camera just due to some difficulties today, but we're still making it work. We're still bringing the show live to you guys. And so you might not get just as great of a view as you normally do, but you can still tell, even on a rainy day like today, it's just pretty and green out there. And so, Coach, you guys, being the second seed, are going to host a playoff game this year, and you told me that it was either going to come down between Midland or Rector. And so, just tell me, what team would you rather face, or do you think you'll face?
I think we'll face Midland. That's who we played in the state finals last year. They've had a kind of a rough season. They had some players get hurt they played Woodlawn earlier in the year, and they had quite a few get hurt. They had to cancel 3 games directly after that. They started their conference season last week, and Cedar Ridge, who's the top team up there, and they lost by 30. They've won 1 game. I think they'll pick up 2 games the next couple weeks against some of their lower-end teams. I think Rector ended up being second up there, but I'd rather see Midland. I kind of know what their offense was. I spent a ton time last year getting every film we could, so I kind of know what they're going to do on offense. We played Rector 3 years ago in the playoffs, so I kind of know what they do too. But I feel like we'll see Midland.
Okay, and so what does Midland do well that you look at?
If their quarterback is still healthy, which I don't know if he is because I don't have a film. They have a good quarterback that runs a lot of misdirection. He's really good handling the ball, and they're more of a power team. They don't really throw that much, but they're big, and they do a lot of misdirection. And they were really good. They were 11-0 last year going into the state finals. So they did lose some players, but I still feel that quarterback is back healthy. They'll be formidable for sure.
And then tell me what you know about Rector, even though it might not be as much.
It'll be the same thing. They'll line up with double tight ends and just try to run over you. Their head coach retired after a couple years ago, but their assistant coach took over. They do the same thing, and it's not what you see as much as a spread, as far as just trying to just line up and run over the top of you. So. But we'll be ready for either one. I mean, we'll know in a couple of weeks. We've still got a little time for that.
Right. So. Plenty of time to prepare, and you kind of since they're very similar in that way, you can prepare a lot the same way in this bye week situation that you've got.
Yeah.
So, and is there anything that you just? I mean, it's the end of the regular season. What are you most proud of your guys?
Well, we started the first of the year. I had no idea how these guys would react without losing all those seniors off of last year's team. That was, they carried a lot of the weight of the team, and they've grown every game. And it kind of showed that last. I mean, that was the toughest game we had, and they had every chance to kind of bow down a little bit, kind of falter. And they fought through it, and that's kind of when you need it late in the season that you can win on the road 3.5 hours away.
Right.
And
a challenging game.
A big game against a good team. They're a top 6 team at least in 8-man. So I've been really pleased with how we reacted after the Woodlawn film, and we definitely want to see them again. So.
All right, I like to hear it. And then. Anything else that you want to say about your team just to conclude the regular season? I mean, we're still going to come back and talk next week, but just, I mean, it's the end of the regular season. Just anything else that you really just want to point out? Yeah,
I just, the guys that, 8-man football is a lot different. We got 15 players, and just like with every team, even a 6A team, there's only certain guys getting out there. You can have a big roster, and these guys have to fight through it day in, day out. We've had a lot more injuries than we did the last couple of years. And these guys have played hurt. They've played, when they probably shouldn't have been out there, and they still did. And now we put ourselves in a position to where we're in a good spot. We're playing in November, which is what everybody wants to be playing in.
That's right.
And, I feel good about our chances. So.
Well, I love to hear it, and Coach, it's been an honor so far this season. I'm looking forward to getting to talk to you over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully, now if you guys were to make it to the state championship, what weekend is that for 8-man?
We play that. They play that on Thursday night. Then it's December 4th, I think, this year.
Okay.
Or 5th. It's Thursday night. Then they have a game Friday, Saturday. Then I think they play next weekend. So because what they do, they have to make the special lines on the field, so they mark that first. So we always play the game on Thursday night.
Okay.
To kind of kick off the weekend, which is awesome. We get the day to ourselves, play a night game, and we've played there twice in the last 4 years, and it's been real special.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm looking forward to getting to talk to you all the way through November, and I'm wishing you good luck as you go into this bye week, and I know that you guys are going to prepare to the utmost of your ability,
right.
and hoping that you guys bring home a win here in just a couple weeks on your first playoff game. So I appreciate you, Coach, and we're going to take a break here at SouthArkansasNow.com.
Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim, and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, trust the name that's been serving South Arkansas for 3 generations, Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal. From residential roofs to large commercial projects, The experienced team at Cross delivers quality you can see and reliability you can count on. Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal, built on trust, proven by results. Call Cross Roofing today. Put a solid future over your head.
Non-stop phone calls, registered mail, repossessions, or threats of lawsuits from creditors, and it seems like no one is willing to let you hit pause and just catch your breath. You need the help of Robert Rushing and the Rushing Law Firm. Bankruptcy is not the end. It could be a chance for a fresh start. The Rushing Law Firm goes to work for you, letting you hit that pause button and start over. Call the Rushing Law Firm today at 870-875-2940 or stop by the office at 725 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado. The Rushing Law Firm.
Serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state, ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communication center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to ProMedAmbulance.com.
And welcome back to Fifth and Goal, hosted here live at Mystic Creek. My name's Jax Sanford. I've got Coach Jonathan Hicks, the head coach for the Parkers Chapel Trojans. And, Coach, you guys played a pretty familiar face and a neighbor for you guys this past Friday in playing versus Smackover. So you hosted Smackover?
Yes.
And
we went to Smackover.
Oh, no. You went to – that's right. You went to Smackover. And Smackover has been a really good team so far this season, only taking the one loss so far this season to Bismarck, who is, I believe, still undefeated so far this season.
Yeah.
And so you guys lost 48-0. But, again, this has been a really good Smackover team. But what are, going back to last week, what are some things that your guys did well that maybe you didn't expect them to do as well in, or maybe that you've seen growth from them in?
We have tackled a lot better. We competed defensively a lot better than I think even Smackover thought we would. The problem is if an offense runs 10 plays and you guard 9 really, really well, and that 10th one you don't guard really well, then that's still a touchdown.
Right.
So we did some great things defensively against Smackover. We had some different guys on defense against Smackover. That really helped. It was just we got to figure out how to run the right plays at the right times on offense right now.
Yeah, and you said that you play well 9 plays, but you give up a touchdown on the 10th. That's still a touchdown.
Yeah,
it's not like baseball where you can say E3, or it's a touchdown.
Yes,
and so that, and now it was 41-0 going into halftime, correct?
Yes.
And so that means that your guys came out in the second half and played strong and performed much better, not allowing them to score, but only once in the second half.
Yeah.
And that takes some gusto from the guys and from just everyone out there on the field, just trying to do their job, even if the scoreboard doesn't look maybe ideal.
Yeah, I mean, we gave up a couple cheap scores on punt returns and pick sixes, and gave up a fumble that made the score look worse than it was in the first half. So, I mean, that was 3 touchdowns right there that you kind of wish you didn't give up. And turnovers, football is a slippery slope, so once one bad thing happens, then another bad thing happens, then another bad thing happens. We just need one good thing to happen, so another good thing can happen, and another good thing can happen.
It's really easy to let the dominoes fall one way or the other in football. And you're right, it's just such a momentum-based sport.
Yes.
That if you can just get something going, you might can get in the end zone. And if you can get in the end zone once, you can probably do it twice.
Right.
And in the same fashion, if you let the other team in the end zone, they're sitting there thinking, okay, we can do that again.
Exactly.
And so this coming week, you guys are going to be hosting Falk, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And what are you looking at on film while you're watching Falk?
Same thing that we watched against Smackover. Now, Smackover did start Mitchell Polk against us. That kind of threw us off at the beginning, but our kids didn't waver. But quarterback, O-line, D-line, just to trying to see where can we get an advantage at, whether that's defensive line, O-line, whether that's skill positions, where can we get an advantage at, and how can we take advantage of that, of our advantage.
So and so against Smackover, you were preparing to face off against a backup quarterback, and then all of a sudden you're facing the starter?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, and so I can see how that definitely messes with the defensive game plan. And now going up against Falk, what do you think? What aspects of the game do you think?
The line of scrimmage right now is what it looks like. They have really good skill players, but I think if we can control the line of scrimmage with our D-line and offensive line, then we can have them in for a long game playing our game.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the line of scrimmage is always just where the action happens. It's where magic is made, is on the line, and so maintaining the strong line of scrimmage one way or the other against Falk is going to play a huge role in your guys' performance. And what do you say would be your plan? Because this Falk this Falk offense has been pretty explosive so far this year.
Yeah.
And so what would you say your plan is going into this game defensively?
Kind of force them to our game. Don't give them the advantage that they have been given throughout this season. Kind of give them what they want in the sense of what they like to run against. So go ahead and give them that formation, that defensive alignment that they like to run against, and make them run, and hopefully our D-line can be more physical and stop them, and our linebackers stop them, and then that helps us with our game.
Okay, so maybe a little bait and switch operation, make it look like the coverage they like, and then just and running, being on it whenever they run it.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I like it. And you've got this game, and then next week is the end of the regular season. And so, what are you and your staff looking at this point in the year with your guys, and do you guys still have an opportunity to make it into the playoffs if you win these last two games?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
But we are looking forward. First, it's about these seniors this Friday night. Our 6 seniors with Ethan Haynes, Dylan Caldwell, Octavio Rodriguez, Hunter Mathis, Joseph Slater, Jaden Lewis. It's about those guys this Friday. And then after that, it's about getting 2 wins to take momentum into next week. Into next year.
Into next year. Yeah, I was about to say, you saying week for a second threw me off. Okay. All right. Well, and anything else that you just want to highlight about your team so far?
We've been really working hard and getting better. Our team is coming together, and even though we have 6 seniors and they're really important to our team, our future for this program is really, really bright.
I love to hear it. I love to hear that. So, Coach, we appreciate having you on tonight, and good luck this Friday, and hopefully you guys get to send Falk home with an L. So, all right. I appreciate you, Coach, and we're going to take some time and take a break here at SouthArkansasNow.com.
PCI has been shaping the future of manufacturing for over 40 years, and they're doing it right here in El Dorado, Arkansas. PCI is one of America's leading producers of polyethylene containers, known for quality, innovation, and teamwork. Join a fast-paced, rewarding career where your work keeps the world moving. And because PCI is a veteran-owned company, they value things like dedication, diversity, and drive. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Apply today at polypails.com/careers.
Hitting a buck to hang on the wall rarely happens by accident. It starts with preparation, takes some skill, and often even a little luck. Country Village Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all three. Right now, check out a brand new shipment of feeders, so new that they're still pulling them out of the boxes. A huge selection of lacrosse boots and plenty of warm weather camo for that early season hunt. And of course, bow hunters can't go wrong with the sales and service at Country Village Sporting Goods, 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado.
Homes are typically heated or cooled 24/7, 365, using nearly half of all home energy. That new stainless steel refrigerator may look cool, but upgrading to the quietest and most efficient HVAC system can have much greater rewards. Choose a system with a Wi-Fi-enabled thermostat, so the most important appliance in the house is also to set the perfect comfort level from anywhere. Presented by Lennox. Learn what perfect feels like at Lennox.com.
Rated the #1 course in Arkansas by Golf Week, Mystic Creek is truly a hidden gem, complemented by a modern clubhouse, complete with panoramic views. It also features a fully stocked pro shop and Mystic Grill, serving contemporary American cuisine and Southern classics. Mystic Creek promises an unforgettable experience.
And welcome back to 5th and Goal, hosted here live at Mystic Creek at the Mystic Grill. Again, cannot speak highly enough of this place. If you have not tried to eat the food out here yet, you're missing out. You are truly missing out. And so I'm sitting here with Coach Byron Jones for the Junction City Dragons, the defensive coordinator. Coach, great win, holding an explosive Murfreesboro offense to just 6 points last week. And it looks like you guys were doing what you do, playing greedy, playing dragon football, all in your words. And that's a couple of good wins like that in a row for you guys. Yes, and sir. So, just what's it like so far in the season for your guys, just as far as morale and attitude?
The morale and attitude is great. Like how you just said that, we just go into games taking away guys' best plays.
Okay.
Their top plays, we take them away right now. It's no thinking about it. Our guys know how to line up to it. We rep it every day on cans, and then we move into running against scouts. We rep it, and that's the outcome. I mean, guys knowing what to do, knowing where to line up at, knowing when it's third down. Just taking the life out of the game for the offense. Just giving the ball back to Coach Morphis. Because Coach Morphis wants the ball, and that's showing right now. Our offense is averaging 40 points per game, and I guarantee you, Coach Morphis will tell you himself he wants more. So I got to give him the ball back more. So he's like my brother or my older uncle. So I got to do what he wants.
You have to,
and it's a standard. Coach Ball, hey, he got it as a standard, giving Coach Morphis the ball back. So. He holding me to a standard, so I got to hold my guys to a standard, and they know the standard. Go into a game not being cocky, knowing what they're doing is not being cocky. So,
I like it. And so far you guys are averaging 40 points a game so far this season, but you guys put up 59 points, and now Coach Morphis and his guys did a great job. And I've actually got a couple of stats here, like Jackson Caldwell had a rushing touchdown, DeKalen Hampton had a rushing touchdown, Brennan Lee had 2 rushing touchdowns, Ja'Cory Larry rushing and passing touchdowns. And then, he had 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing. Jermaine Kennedy had a receiving and a passing touchdown, which is pretty cool. And then Nemo Caldwell was the one who caught the passing touchdown from Jermaine Kennedy. And so
that goes back to tell you about a couple of weeks ago when you was talking about young guys. Mm-hmm. Jermaine Kennedy's a young guy.
Yeah,
and he's starting to arrive. He's starting to arrive on offense, and he's starting to arrive on defense.
That's awesome to hear. And so I mean, yeah, that's just awesome to hear, knowing Dragon football and knowing that a young guy is already coming in and able to produce, and not only produce, but do so as a utility player, both passing and catching a touchdown. And my next question actually was about to be, what were the young guys like whenever they got in the game? So
the young guys got in the game and did what they're supposed to be doing. When the touchdown pass that they scored, I had a young guy in a bad position. It was a play I shouldn't have called. I apologized to him after that. And the other day in the film and defensive film, I apologized to the defense because I know how bad those guys don't want nobody to score on them. That's kind of another standard, you know.
Hosting a shutout game on defense, being the standard and being met by the Dragon defense so far this season really has to be just a
showing up, playing Dragon ball, being greedy.
That's right.
Taking the ball away.
That's right. Showing up, being greedy, taking the ball away has to be just really invigorating for your offense as well, knowing that they've got guys like your defensive players behind them to help get them the ball back so that they can keep going out there and do what they do.
Right. Yep. You're exactly right on that one.
And so what did your defense do really well as the defensive coordinator? Was there a specific area where you were really impressed just by their play or by their positioning?
All aspects of it.
All aspects of it.
D-line getting after the quarterback. Our DBs getting after receivers, taking the ball out the air. I want to say maybe we had a couple of picks that game, but that's something I really don't keep up with. I need to start keeping up with it. But when you're out there coaching and you're in the line of play, you're not worried about that. You're just worried about getting the ball back, like I tell them guys. And I'm very proud of every guy that play defense for me, you know, because those guys know the standard. They know to fly around. If they don't know what to do, they always ask questions and we'll get it figured out for them. So whenever they out there, they got confidence. That's another big thing, just building confidence up in those young guys and seeing the older guys doing that, and then you got the older guys dialed in on the sideline coaching the younger guys up on the field. That's a different feeling when you actually see that, you know.
I can only imagine. What that feels like as a coach, especially in your position, getting to see your guys step up into that mentorship role, not just playing as the all-stars that they are.
And not only on the field, they do it off the field. So it's like a chain reaction, and it's great to see. It's great to see one of those older guys getting on to a young guy like, hey, man, be on time for class. Hey, do this, do that. And then it carries over to the field. So, I mean, that makes my life much easier.
And, you know, as a coach, you're responsible for helping develop not only these football players, but these young men.
Right.
And to see them doing things that help show that they are on their way to being good men,
and they are
has
not
to be
only
rewarding.
just football players.
Exactly.
And they doing great stuff in the community down there in Junction City. So, I mean, that go a long way.
That's right. And so, Coach, coming up this next week, you guys are going to be hosting Lafayette County, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that after this break at SouthArkansasNow.com.
Spice up your tailgate with locally raised farm fresh products at Davis Farms Country Market, like the new Code 3 and Davis Double D Farm Salsa, fresh from the field in locally grown purple hull peas, super sweet vine ripened cantaloupes, Arkansas made meals that are easy on your wallet and your time. And nothing says fall has arrived like mums and pumpkins. There are plenty to choose from at Davis Farms Country Market, 4523 Junction City Highway, or call 870-639-1323.
If you born and raised in Arkansas, make some noise right now. You got
What an amazing place they've built right here in your town.
LSB Industries is committed to playing a leadership role in the production of low and no carbon products that build, feed, and power the world. Our El Dorado carbon capture and sequestration project is helping the company reduce its carbon footprint while enabling us to provide our customers with low carbon products.
For nearly 50 years, South Arkansas floors have been covered by El Dorado Custom Carpets. And not just carpets, but true hardwood, laminate, stone, porcelain, ceramic, marble, and more. And guess what? It doesn't end with just floors. El Dorado Custom Carpets carries a tremendous selection of backsplash, wall tile, and area rugs. The truth of the matter is, one commercial can't come close to telling you everything you can find at El Dorado Custom Carpets, 1601 East Main Street in El Dorado. Call 870-862-4945.
And welcome back to Fifth and Goal, hosted here live at Mystic Creek at the Mystic Grill. I'm Jax Sanford. This is Coach Byron Jones for the Junction City Dragons, their defensive coordinator. Coach, you guys are getting ready to host Lafayette County, and they're coming off of a win against. Murfreesboro was coming off of a win against Lafayette County whenever you guys went to or faced them this past week. And so now, knowing that you just dominated the team that beat this team the week prior,
see, we can't go in a game. We can't go in a game thinking like that. Like we just beat a team that beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're in our way of what we're trying to do. Like we're trying to win conference championship and then a state championship. But right now, like I told you a couple of weeks ago, and I'm keep going back on it, we day to day.
Day to day.
Yep.
That's right.
We focusing on ourselves and focusing it on the task that's at hand. Like the task is at hand right now is taking away those guys' top plays and giving our offense back the ball, you know.
That's right. That's right. And so speaking of that, what does their offense do well? What are you guys taking the reps at protecting against?
Keeping everything in front of us, not giving up the big one.
Okay.
They got an athletic quarterback. They got some athletes at receiver. So we just got to be cautious of everything, even guys running trick plays. So we just got to be cautious of everything, keeping everything in front of us, giving our offense back the ball. That's my top goal is giving our offense back the ball and even scoring on defense. You know,
that's right.
We want to do that too. So
that's right. You know, El Dorado got a big man pick six on this past Friday night, and I know that is a dream come true for every defensive lineman to get that. I mean, really just any defensive player, but for a defensive lineman, you probably could not have rained on his parade. I mean, you probably still can't. He's probably still talking about it today he was probably still talking about it today when he was in class. And so
we're trying to get the ball out and go scoop and score up front, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
And so what should fans expect to see from their defense? What should fans expect to see from the Lafayette County defense?
Aggressive. They're very aggressive. They line up to different sets in many different ways and just kind of, you know, like today we just slow practice down and talk to our O-line and offense about who to read, what to do and stuff like that. And I'm even getting better at, you know, understanding the philosophy of the O-line and what quarterback's looking at and stuff like that, and that's even helping me out. Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'm like a sponge. I sit there and listen to Coach Morphers and Coach Ball and the other guys talk about offense, and I'm just sponging it all in, you know, and kind of put my own twist on it and stuff like that. But just at the end of the day, we got to do what we do, and that's playing Dragon Ball, you know.
That's right. That's right. And I know that's always going to be the answer that you default to is do what you guys are supposed to do and play Dragon football.
Yep.
And it is the standard with the program that you guys just have historically and so what you've built up so far this season, and it's exciting to see your guys play and go back and watch the highlights, the big explosive plays all the way down to the nitty gritty. They had a lineman blocking 20 yards downfield, and that's why that turned into a 60-yard play instead of just a 25-yard play.
It's always good. We were just sitting there in the office the other day, and when you see linemen getting up to backers and safeties, it's always a good night.
That's right. That's right. And what are, as the defensive coordinator, what are you hoping to exploit specifically? Are you hoping to bait? You said that they have an athletic quarterback and some athletic receivers.
We're not trying to bait. We just playing our ball.
Just
playing
shutting them
ball,
down.
And guys doing what they supposed to be doing. So from us shutting guys out to us giving up 6 points, it's guys doing what they're supposed to be doing, making sure we're reading our keys through the week. And then on Friday, it's easy. It's like, hey, coach, we went over that play about 10 times, just showing our guys that look and what look that we would get on Friday. So.
Okay, so really not any baiting, really just daring them instead of baiting them.
We ain't daring them. We coming to play,
right?
So it ain't no baiting, none of that. So
no.
I mean, like I told you, we flying around, we doing what we supposed to be doing.
Okay, yep. So just shutting it down.
Shutting it down.
Shutting it down.
Yep.
And is there anything specific that you guys have really been honing in on? You said that you've really had a focus on hawking to the football.
Another thing, a big thing, just keeping our guys healthy. Getting in the cold tub every day, stretching every day, just making sure our guys is in the right mental space. Because we're planning on playing 5 to 6 more weeks. So just really, like I told you, we day to day, but our guys know the menu, what we got to do, what we got to show up and do. It's a standard. Show up, ready to work every day, no days off.
Yeah, you can't run an F1 engine and not go through and check oil pressure and make sure all the gaskets are. So just keep take care of your body, taking care of your mind, and just
watching film.
Watching film.
Yep.
So
you gotta know what the guy in front of you finna do.
That's right. Anything else that you want to say, Coach?
What I say all the time when I'm over here, go Dragons.
Go Dragons, all right. And so we're going to be right back with Coach Don Harrison from Smackover right after this at SouthArkansasNow.com.
Yep.
Whether it's protecting families from the predators in nature, food tastes better, and local ball field is at its best, Lanxess is involved in our everyday lives. With more than 450 employees locally and more than $32 million in payroll each year, Lanxess is doing their part to be a good neighbor and leader in South Arkansas. With that in mind, remember to call before you dig. Know what's below. In Arkansas, it's the law, and it's a free service. Call 811 before you dig. This brought to you by Lanxess.
Need equipment for your next job? Don't settle for the traditional rental experience.
The rental experience with Equipment Share is a great experience. We rent everything from dozers to skid loaders, mini excavators, even smaller hand tools. They've always got what we need. They're timely. The billing is quick and accurate. The guys are able to set it up. They do it through their phone. I love Equipment Share. Renting with Equipment Share is not like any times better.
We've got the biggest selection of motorcycles ready to ride today. Take advantage of the use and service you can trust to keep you on the trails. Whether it's work, play, or pure adrenaline, we've got the machine to fit your lifestyle. Carl Malone Power Sports El Lifestyle. Carl Malone Power Sports El Dorado, where selection, savings, and service all deliver. Come see us today. All deliver. Come see us today.
Every gift tells a story, and at Especially For You, they help you make it unforgettable. Birthdays, wedding showers, baby showers, graduations, or just because. Especially For You creates one-of-a-kind gifts made to touch the heart. Anyone can buy a gift card, but the best gifts aren't bought. They're made at Especially For You. Stop by and visit Especially For You and find the perfect gift for life's special moments.
Coach for the Smackover Buckaroos. Coach, Coach, you guys got a good win, 48-0. You guys hosted them this past Friday, and it's always a great whenever you hold an opponent under 10 points, but to do so 2 weeks in a row it just shows the intensity and the consistency that your defense is playing with. And I actually learned something that I didn't know prior to today, and that is that you came out and had Mitchell Polk in the game on Friday, and I knew that it was questionable, but I didn't know for sure until Coach Hicks told me just a little bit ago that he had done all his preparation for a backup quarterback and got into the game and saw Mitchell Polk back there and said, "Oh man."
Yeah. Well, he had made some great strides the previous week, and he practiced with us on Tuesday a little bit, and he practiced a lot on Wednesday. Of course, we did a walkthrough on Thursday, and then Friday he went and warmed up, and we made the decision. And just talking to him, he said, I'd like to at least get 2 or 3 series in. I believe he played 3 series. So we went out there, and he going into a game like we're going into this week, he didn't want that to be his first set going into getting back in the saddle of things. He didn't want that to be his first getting back at it with the game that we have this week. So he wanted to go out there and knock the rust off a little bit, and that's how I felt like we did. And I went over to him after so many series. I said, "Is that good?" He said, "Yeah, it's good. I'm good." So I took him out.
And you definitely don't want to be knocking the rust off against an opponent like Prescott. And we'll talk more about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But how did you guys wind up putting up the 48 points? You said that Mitchell stayed out there for quite a few drives. And
he threw a touchdown to Joe on the first drive. We hit him with a screen. We caught him in a blitz, and Joe caught a screen. Joe Brown caught a screen and took it for a touchdown, and then Mitchell threw another touchdown. So it was 21-0, and then we had an interception return for a touchdown by Keaton Thurman. That's his second defensive touchdown of the year. He's the one that picked up the fumble and returned it like 97 yards at Bismarck.
Oh, yeah.
So he got a pick 6. Juice had a punt return for a touchdown. And then I want to say I'm trying to think. Maybe got down there close to the goal line and punched one in. But our kids got in there and they played a lot better, I would say, than they did the week before versus Horatio, and not letting them score and doing a good job of doing what we need them to do on defense. And, that's hard because those guys were pretending to Parker's Chapel, and for them to go in there and execute like that, we were really proud of those guys.
That's awesome. And then we're going to –
At Harrison Financial Management, they are right here to help you plan, grow, and protect what matters most. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing wisely, or securing your family's future, they will guide you every step of the way. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment.
For over 6 decades, Glenn Mechanical has been specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and all mechanical jobs. 3 generations family-owned and operated since 1956. Glenn Mechanical's business is based on relationships. They support and give back to the communities they work in. Contact them for all of your HVAC, plumbing, and mechanical needs. GlennMechanical.com.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay, and this is auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Oh!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
More product than ever in the store history. That's what's happening at Union Kennel and Farm Supply. A huge sale is going on right now, including 50-pound bags of deer corn, only $6.50 per bag. 50-pound bags of rice bran, marked $1 off. No one, absolutely no one, has a better selection of small animals, birds, reptiles, saltwater and freshwater fish than Union Kennel and Farm Supply. 1100 West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Or call 870-864-9229.
Creek at the Mystic Grill. My name is Jax Sanford. This is Coach Don Harrison, the head coach for the Smack Over Bucker around this program.
Well, number one, they're coached really well. So why they're doing what they're doing, who they like to get the ball to, defensively, are they blitzing a lot just because of the teams they're playing, or are they playing a little more? They played. Which is very similar to what we do. They don't play Bismarck or Center Point the same way that they would play Parker's Chapel or Horatio, because at all times, and so they were just so excited to get him. He was excited to go there, and we're just so happy for Mitchell, and I know he's going to do great things at the next level, and where they go, I try not to tell kids where to go and where not to go. That's none of my business. But I don't know those guys. I came from Russellville to come to Smackover, but it's a whole different coaching staff. So I don't know these guys at all. I can't even say I know them very well. I don't know them at all. But whatever they did, he was very impressed. I think their play this year has been better. Mm-hmm. They snuck up and they beat OBU. I think that was a big win. They've gotten some other big wins. So I think he sees that they're turning the corner and they're doing some things different there with the new coaching staff and everything that's going on. It's a great place to go to college. It's a great place to live in Russellville. So I'm sure he's going to have a great career. But we're super excited for Mitchell and can't wait to see what he's going to do in his next step in college football and continuing his education too.
That's right. And I actually, just really quick, I'll tell you, the hardest hit I ever took was from an Arkansas Tech football player when I was a trainer for the OBU football team, standing on the sideline.
Paying attention.
Not paying attention. One came. And I really was kind of paying attention. I just was right there where the play ended at. Yeah. He came barreling out of the field of play. I had equipment in my hands. Yep. I tried to jump over him, and I didn't.
No,
I didn't. Took a helmet to both knees. Went down to the ground hard. I jumped right back up. Couldn't just go down to the ground.
Well, that's why I always stay behind everybody.
Yeah.
When they're going that way, I stand back here and call plays, or I'm watching. And if I'm coaching defense, I coach defensive back, so I stay way in front of them so I can see my guys. But people always think it's the point of view. No, I don't want to be anywhere near.
Yeah.
I don't want to get knocked out because I don't move that swift these days.
Honestly, I think I believe I was halfway tending to a player who just needed their wrist rewrapped or something on the sideline when it happened, and tried to jump and wound up jumping to the ground.
Yeah.
And so, and then one last thing, what did Bismarck do well against this team that maybe you can hopefully replicate? And
well, they scored 41 points, but the crazy thing is they had 2 or 3 touchdowns called back that I think 3 touchdowns called back that they did not score on those drives. They're so explosive. Bismarck's so explosive. One or two. It's not just one guy. They have 2 or 3 guys that when they touch the ball, they can take off and score. And they do a great job. But really defensively, they did an awesome job. I think Prescott might have had 110 yards total. They did an awesome job. They got a pick 6, and they did some really good stuff. So, we're going to try to replicate is they didn't let those guys get behind them, and we got to do a good job not letting those dudes get behind us, because that's one of the things they do. And they do have a really good tailback there at Prescott, and they corralled him. They kept him inside. They didn't let him bounce and outrun everybody, and we got to do the same thing. And, again, we got to eliminate the big plays. We got to make
36, West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Proud to be part of South Arkansas, and even more proud to be displayed on your table.
You're tough, determined to take challenges head on. But when cancer strikes, you'll need more than strength. You'll need the right care. We provide the tools you need to fight, and the compassionate care you need to keep going. Every step of the way. Carti. We're with you.
Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, trust the name that's been serving South Arkansas for 3 generations, Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal. From residential roofs to large commercial projects, the experienced team at Cross delivers quality you can see and reliability you can count on. Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal, built on trust, proven by results. Call Cross Roofing today. Put a solid future over your head.
And welcome back to 5th and Goal, hosted here live at Mystic Creek at the Mystic Grill. Just a huge shout out to the crew over here. Everything that they do for us over at South Arkansas Now every week, just allowing us to host the show here. Just fantastic service, fantastic food, a great view, a great round of golf as well. So make it out here. If you haven't already, you're missing out. And so I've got Coach Camarius Rux, the outside linebackers coach for El Dorado. And
Yes,
Coach, I don't know if you've watched an episode before this week, but what's been kind of tradition so far is that I ask any new coach who I haven't had on the show yet, tell me who you are and how you got into the game of football and how that's led you to the position that you hold with the Wildcats now.
Okay, I'm Camarius Rux. I went to El Dorado High School.
When did you graduate?
2020.
2020, okay.
Yeah. So I'm a young guy and went to Tech, played ball there for about a semester and a half. It was during COVID, so pretty rough time. So I decided to focus on school, graduate, try to find a job, and I was lucky enough to get back home. So.
And you were, yeah. I mean, and what better? I mean, when you talk about a good program to come into, Coach Hill's Wildcats seems like it's a great program for some young guys to come into, and you actually have a lot of young guys on the coaching staff between you, Coach Larry, Coach Caleb Jacobs, Coach Cole Jackson, quite a few young guys, but then also some legends like Coach Jimmy Johnson and Coach Hill himself, and Wes Abels is really well established as well, and so a good mix of old school and new school coming into the game, meshing their ideas together, and it showed so far this season for you guys, and so. And what did you play whenever you were playing football? Were you a linebacker?
Yes, I played linebacker.
Awesome. And so let's just go ahead and get into the game, Coach.
Okay.
And what do you feel like El Dorado did the best? I mean, just in your own personal opinion, you guys took a win 51-7 over West Memphis in West Memphis, and. I mean, you tell me, what do you, and maybe you can specify around the defense. What do you feel like your defense did the best job with?
Well, overall, I feel like it's the first game that we have had a chance to play together as one, offensively, defensively, and we had I feel like our best game special teams wise as well. So, just being able to put all 3 of those components together, it was really good for us. Really good.
And I think that you're right. El Dorado did a phenomenal job on special teams. Yes. What was the difference? Maybe say this week in special teams versus Benton special teams.
Just a stronger focus on through the week for the game plan, knowing how they line up, things that they do, and us being able to get down, make the play, or just not give up those careless mistakes to break big plays off. So. Just being able to be together helped us out a lot.
That's right, and I know Coach Larry was really we having him on last week. He really wanted to focus with his guys on making sure that special teams was the strongest unit out on the field, and he did a really good job of bringing his guys in, corralling them together, and just improving on special teams against West Memphis. And now the Wildcats were able to put up 51 points, one of which was a big man pick six.
Yes.
And I said just a little bit earlier on the show before you came on that he was still probably talking about it in class today.
All week, Monday, Tuesday, and even a day in practice. We had a late practice because we had a weather delay. But
right, of course.
All day, that's all he's been talking about.
Oh, I'm sure. He's on cloud 9,
yes.
and he's talking about how he's going to get another one this week, I'm sure.
Yes.
And that's the exact attitude you want him to have.
Of course.
And so, but what did El Dorado do so well that allowed them to put up those 51 points?
Just did our job all around. Offense did a great job of being physical, as they should, as they always do, getting off the ball, creating a new line of scrimmage, just driving the ball. And I think defensively we did the same thing. We limited the big plays deep. So when you can do all that and put it all together, I think that's the reason we had the outcome we had.
And going in, I mean, in the second half, you guys were actually able to put the young guys in and get Gavin Jacobs a chance to get under center some, and saw some pretty good things from him. And it looks a lot like Cannon in the sense that he can run the ball and he has vision on where he needs to run it if it comes down to that. And you got to see some young guys make some catches. You got to see Chris Dunn do his thing, and he's gotten plenty of reps so far this season, but especially there in the second half, they were really just feeding Chris Dunn and allowing him just to run behind his blockers, which he's done so well so far this season, and just letting the guys go out and get blocks for him, and then he goes out and explodes through somebody. It's been great to watch so far. And what has been the focus this week in practice as you guys are, and we're gonna come back and talk more about Jonesboro here in just a second, but just this week in practice, what have you guys focused on or maybe highlighted that you could have done better against West Memphis, or just maybe that you're highlighting it in a good sense of you guys did a great job doing this against West Memphis. Let's just go through it, make sure we know everything about it.
That's all it's been, really just going over the things we've been doing, trying to stay consistent. That's the main thing. Try not to get too high or not too low, just stay hungry and go for our goal. But I think this week we're just focusing on fixing the small mistakes that we had to try to be better and be able to line up and come off the ball and just play the best we can play.
Yeah. And now, Coach, do you happen to know what Sylvan Hills or Benton or anybody else in the conference, how did they fare up against their opponents this past Friday, and what does that do to the playoff seeding so far?
So right now, I think Sylvan just beat Jonesboro in a really close game. I think Sylvan scored a game-winning touchdown, got an onside kick to set up that game-winning touchdown. But
That's right.
They had a really good battle with Jonesboro, so that sets us up this week to, I think, play for the third seed. I think this game is going to come down to who can lock in that third seed.
Okay, yeah. And so we're going to talk more about you guys getting to host Jonesboro here in just a minute after we take a break here at SouthArkansasNow.com.
Thank you.
Serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state, ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communication center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to promedambulance.com.
Non-stop phone calls, registered mail, repossessions, or threats of lawsuits from creditors, and it seems like no one is willing to let you hit pause and just catch your breath. You need the help of Robert Rushing and the Rushing Law Firm. Bankruptcy is not the end. It can be a chance for a fresh start. The Rushing Law Firm goes to work for you, letting you hit that pause button and start over. Call the Rushing Law Firm today at 870-875-2940 or stop by the office at 725 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado. The Rushing Law Firm.
PCI has been shaping the future of manufacturing for over 40 years, and they're doing it right here in El Dorado, Arkansas. PCI is one of America's leading producers of polyethylene containers, known for quality, innovation, and teamwork. Join a fast-paced, rewarding career, things like dedication, diversity, and drive. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Apply today at polypails.com/careers.
Fitting a buck to hang on the wall rarely happens by accident. It starts with preparation, takes some skill, and often even a little luck. Country Village Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all three. Right now, check out a brand new shipment of feeders, so new that they're still pulling them out of the boxes. A huge selection of lacrosse boots and plenty of warm weather camo for that sporting goods. 965 Smackover Highway.
Going back, you guys are going to be hosting Jonesboro this week in El Dorado at Memorial Stadium Friday at 7, and Jonesboro has 2 conference losses as well so far this season. also to both Benton and Sylvan Hills. Now, Jonesboro versus El Dorado has always been a good matchup and really a key matchup, especially about a decade to two ago, where Wildcats and Jonesboro were pretty much always facing each other in the semifinals.
Keep big explosive plays now. So.
Yeah, win the mental game first, and the physical game will come.
Yes,
that's right. That's right. And so you said that Jonesboro likes to run the ball, and that's been the case for them so far this year. They've had a really good, again, just seeing what they do well, and dadgummit, do they run the ball?
Yes.
They run the ball well. They've got some really good run blocking, and